In this video, we're going to talk about solving functions. So if you remember, a function is usually written as f of x. And what that means is we can take any number and plug it in for x and solve the equation. So let's say, for example, if we have f of x, say, equals 2x plus 5. Just a normal linear function, and we want to find out what f of 1 is. We take this 1 and plug it in for x, and then we solve. So it'd be 2 times 1 plus 5. And if we simplify that, we get 7. So f of 1 would equal 7. Pretty simple. Let's try another example. Let's do g of x equals x squared plus 2x minus 1. So instead of f of x this time we have g of x, means the same thing. So let's try and solve this equation for g of 6. So we do the exact same thing. We take this 6 and we plug it in for both of our x's in this equation. And if I write that out, I'll get 6 squared plus 2 times 6 minus 1. Now I'll simplify this. 36 plus 12 minus 1. 36 plus 12 is 48, minus 1 is 47. So g of 6 would equal 47. We can do the same thing solving for a range. Remember, range is y values of a function, and domain is x values of a function. So if I give you the equation f of x equals 10x minus 5, and I tell you to find the range when you're given these domain values. Say we're given 3, 1, and -2. Well, what do you suppose we do with this? What we're going to do is we are going to take each of these numbers, plug it into x, and we're going to solve one at a time. So let's solve this equation. I'm going to plug in my x values one at a time. I have 3, 1, and -2. So start with 3. Solve for this, and I get 25. Try 1. I get 5. And let's try -2. And that's going to give me -20 minus 5, -25. So if I look at my answers, my range of this function for these x values would be 25, 5, and -25. Let's try one more example. Let's try f of t equals t squared plus 4t divided by t minus 6. Looks a little more intimidating, but we'll be just fine. The domain given, we'll go with 4, 0, and negative 4. So we want to find out the range. What is the range of this function for these domains? So first, we'll take the 4 and plug it into our equation here. So 4 squared plus 4 times 4 divided by 4 minus 6. So on the top here, I'm going to have 16 and 16, which will give me 32. And on the bottom, 4 minus 6, which will give me negative 2. I know 32 divided by negative 2 gives me negative 16. So the first part of my range is negative 16. That value works for our first x value of 4. Our next x value we'll put in is 0. 0 squared plus 4 times 0 over 0 minus 6. Now if I think about this, 0 squared is 0, 4 times 0 is 0, 0 divided by anything is going to be 0. So I go back to my range, and I put 0 in for my range. In the last part of the problem, we're going to plug in negative 4. Let's go down here. Negative 4 squared plus 4 times negative 4 divided by negative 4 minus 6. Let's think about this one. Negative 4 squared, 16. 4 times negative 4, negative 16. Divide negative 4 minus 6, negative 10. This is another one I can look and I see that 16 minus 16 is 0. 0 divided by anything is going to give me 0. And since I've already written that, I don't need to rewrite it. And so my answer for that problem is going to be the range is negative 16 and 0.